Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Live here, and today we're reviewing for you Observer System Redux on the Nintendo Switch 2. This mini review was originally written by the wonderful Nathan Ellingsworth and has been adapted for video by me. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things. Dystopian cyberpunk future bombarded with rain? Check. Working class people turning to body augmentations and drugs? Check. Rutger Hauer? Surprisingly, also check. So far, so Blade Runner. Observer System Redux isn't shy about its influences, nor should it be, as this short but sweet homage to sci-fi murder mystery films delivers a thrilling ride and a knowing celebration of the genre. Developed by Bloober Team, the Polish developer now possibly best known for the Silent Hill 2 remake, Observer is a contained, linear, narrative-heavy title set in a cyberpunk version of Krakow in the year 2084. The late, great Rutger Hauer stars as Daniel Lazarski, a world-weary detective searching for his son, and one of the many observers that use hacking technology to enter people's minds and relive their memories. You know, just a normal Saturday. That hook right there is a great jumping off point for a sci-fi story, but Observer pumps so much more in its 8 to 10 hour playtime thanks to impressive attention to detail and a heartfelt commitment to the futuristic mise-en-scène. Lazarski's search for his son leads him to a rundown block of flats which I actually visited in real life. That was a funny thing. And you use both biovision and electromagnetic vision to find clues ranging from blood splatters to hidden technology. Occasionally, the story's next objective isn't super obvious, but optional side challenges mean that there's plenty to do even when you're lost. Solving this mystery takes time, and here gameplay serves this speed well, as even the admittedly simple mechanics are elevated thanks to the gritty realism of each apartment and the impressive graphical fidelity. Don't get too comfortable though, as Observer's horror moments keep you on your toes. Long reality warping sequences use both gorgeous contrasting visuals and stunning sound design to make you feel like you're sinking further into someone else's mind, with a couple of well-timed jump scares which added flavor. As longtime sci-fi fans, it's in a way fun, although it's kind of horrible, to see the body-augmenting ideas of titles like Ghost in the Shell and so many others besides exaggerated with actual body horror. An upgrade to 2017's original version, which came to Switch 1 in 2019, Switch 2 performance feels consistently impressive outside of the occasional pop-in and, you know, dropped frames here and there when you're in busy outside sections. In particular, the title's love of black and contrasting flares of Matrix-esque greens and noir mood lighting look great in the handheld's HDR mode, although if you're playing in a well-lit room or even outside, don't expect things to pop quite as well as they would if you were playing properly. Controls also fare well, whether you're using a Pro Controller or hopping into mouse mode. The latter in particular is a really satisfying way to explore this world, though occasionally we do wish that certain interactive elements were either larger or just more obvious, as we frequently found ourselves flailing the Joy-Con around in an attempt to find the right option. Observer System Redux is an excellent sci-fi murder mystery that packs a ton of detail into a tight narrative package, bursting with reverence for the genre, but adding a dark horror twist that offers a compelling exploration of well-trodden themes. Thankfully, the Switch 2 keeps the graphical fidelity mostly intact, and mouse mode offers a great way to interact with such a rich cyberpunk world. If you don't mind some minor graphical compromises, this might be the best way to play Observer yet. Observer System Redux, you're getting a 9 out of 10 from us. Now that we got the formal stuff out of the way, it's time for Alex's personal thoughts, and I'm going to focus on one thing in particular, because you can see the game looks, well, it looks really, really good, you know? It's not perhaps the most graphically adventurous game, at least in terms of fidelity, compared to other games on the system, but you know what? It looks blinking good, and a lot better than the Switch 1 original. I had to go back and look at it, and I was like, wow. Wow, we really are eating good at the moment. But I want to focus on the mouse mode, because this is something that I've found with a lot of games that include mouse mode. They basically just turn on the cursor when you put the Joy-Con on its side. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's how even Nintendo have done that in Metroid Prime 4, you know? And that's okay in theory, but there's a big problem with that, and that's that the face buttons are still used for everything when you're in mouse control mode, And when you're resting your hand, like, have you ever seen a single mouse on the market, like a proper mouse for a computer, where the controls, like the extra side controls that you use with your thumb, are right up by the end of... No, they're not right up the end where the bloody standard mouse buttons are. They're where the thumb rests, which is where the right stick is. And for some reason in this game, the right stick also moves the camera in mouse mode. On the face of it, it's not a big deal, and realistically, I mean, it's not a massive deal, but it does result in what I feel to be a genuinely less than ideal way to play the game. And I actually played all that I played in this game with mouse mode. I thought, you know, this will be an interesting test because I've been wanting to do more mouse mode, and I thought, you know what, this is a game where mouse mode makes sense. And it is good. It was an intuitive way to control the game, except when it came to these additional button inputs. And it's like, open your menu by pressing X. And it's like, oh, so I have to reach all the way up to the top, change my grip entirely just to get to the menu, and to crouch and to go back by pressing B. In the end, I changed it so the clicking the right stick in was B. That helped a lot. I then also changed the D-pad on the left Joy-Con to be essentially mirror, or rather, you know, sort of be exactly the same as the inputs on the on the right Joy-Con for the face buttons. So down was B and right was A and all that sort of thing. And you know what? That worked really well for everything except crouching, because I like to be able to crouch whilst moving. I do feel the need to say very quickly that I still really like this game. It runs really nicely on Switch too, and I'm really, really glad it's here, because it will absolutely twist your mind like... Well, I was about to say nothing else, but then there's Layers of Fear, also made by Bloober Team, which will twist your melon in a similar, if not exactly the same way. I just felt obliged to sprinkle that in so it didn't seem like I was ragging on the whole game. It's just the implementation of mouse mode, and this applies to so many games. I feel there's a video in this. If Bloober Team are watching this, or indeed any other developer for Switch 2 is watching this, I have genuine notes, like actual notes I've written down about how I feel mouse mode can be better implemented across almost any game. I mean, obviously, you know, with a big asterisk, because not every game's going to control in the same way. But, like, if anyone's interested, genuinely get in touch, because, you know, I understand mouse mode's not going to be a high priority or anything like that, but, you know, give me 20 minutes of your time, and I'm gonna solve a lot of problems for you. But as for Observer System Redux, I like it a lot. Although I did run into an issue which I swear I came across in the Switch 1 version as well, where at one point during the first time you dive into someone's memories, I lost control of the camera. I couldn't, and I thought, oh, is this intentional at first? Because it does so many weird things before. It's not. I reloaded the game and it started working again, but it meant that I couldn't progress without reloading the game. No idea why that happened, but thankfully it's an easy fix, and I will be playing the rest of the game. Will I be doing it in mouse mode? I don't know. Maybe I should try. Let's see how I get on, hey?